Investigate.
Everyone all right? Now keep quiet. Never was.
Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Owner, Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Other functions include dialogue, limited current active commands, excavation. That is all? This unit is removing rock matter in search of minerals, metals, and other forms of matter designated valuable. Brevity identified. Affirmative. This unit could discuss excavation at greater length, but does not wish to strain its daily charge. Thank you for your consumer loyalty, Junior Excavator. This unit will store this exchange in its memory banks. Always. Greetings, Junior Excavator.
Well done. We're still alive. Yeah! What's with us?
Hey, shut up, get off the pot, damn it. Are you listening in there? You can't be hogging the facilities for 40 damn minutes. You ought to see Ellie. You got a condition or something.
As always, I am any.
Hey, Cap. Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon. Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nioka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are. It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there. Fucking right we are.
Clyde's got a crew of his own.
Captain, something about this Harlow guy isn't on the up and up. Glad it's not just me. The way Harlow is leaning on his revolutionary bona fides, not to mention his knowing Felix back in the day, something about it feels off. I'm not suggesting otherwise, especially if Harlow's paying. I'm just saying we ought to keep our eyes open. Something on your mind? Not much. No.
Welcome back. How? We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. Good luck, Captain.
every SAM unit come.
Whew. Here we go. I haven't set foot in here since... Well... I'm ready. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Here we go.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel. Hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and Me. 6 folks, 1 name. 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong. Me too, Captain. But I'm starting to think that maybe I found another. Now let's get to shooting before I get all sentimental.
Caution!
Everyone all right?
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest. What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain. Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks. You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at. Outstanding. What's up? Oh, sure. Once, our group was short on bits, and we were low on meat. We were trying to come up with a plan when we met Rebecca and her little sister. Every once in a while, when times got desperate, we looked to Fallbrook for dirty work. The sisters had never been there before. They lived in Cascadia all their life. First night we stayed there, well, you know me. I was in my cups. I sat to play cards with a few gentlemen from Byzantium who had deep pockets. Thought I'd make a bid or two. Awful judgmental for an outlaw. So, I'm up against this old man from somewhere on Terra 2, long retired and looking for adventure he hadn't found in his youth. Thing is, he's smarter than the average tourist, tighter. I'm chipping away at his wallet, but it's a slow-going, frustrating game. I suppose. Not for long, though. So then, Rebecca sits at the table. I hadn't known she could even play, let alone that she'd be willing to. For her part, she did fine. Didn't lose much. But the tourist, the old Terra 2 retiree, Rebecca distracted him something awful, and I took him for all he had. Oh, yes. Rebecca and I became fast friends that night. I'd give quite a bit to see her at the tables again. What's up? I'll tell you how I met Hayes. Before the corporations left, I took patrol contracts for the Monarch roads, protecting caravans from raps and the like. One such contract, the client's autoloader broke down, so we started the rest of the journey on foot. It comes to the middle of the night when I start hearing noises. Stow it. These weren't normal. They were a kind of whistling. These low, short, piercing whistles. Thing is, in all my travels, I'd never heard them from the wildlife. Just as I put one thought to the other, a group of men leapt out of hiding, guns drawn. Fucking pirates. Quite right, Captain. They didn't know what they were getting into. I set my faithful machine gun to 2 of them immediately. Third fled. The remaining 2 stopped dead in their tracks. One begged for his life. He had quite a mouth on him. The other was silent, just staring at me. Nah, he was listening. I asked the quiet one, "What should I do with you 2?" My client shouted to kill them. The other man ran his mouth, kept begging me to spare them. The quiet one said, "Listen." We all stopped for a beat, but I didn't hear anything. Then, slow creeping. A quiet snarling. Mantisaurs. Likely so. It got bloody fast, but in the thick of it, the quiet man and I stood back to back, fending off a swarm. In the end, his mouthy friend went down. He helped my client and I limp back to town. Along the way, he introduced himself. Jackson Hayes. After that, we stuck around each other. Good help is hard to find out here. Nah, he could have killed me when the Mantisaurs attacked, or anywhere along the road after. He didn't. That choice redeemed the other. I won't lie, it still puts a strain in my spirit to think about him. But it also puts a smile on my face, so thanks for chatting. What's up? We were having trouble offloading meat once. We had a bit of a surplus, mostly wrapped, but a bit of taro too, and we couldn't find a buyer. Well, Opal often cooked for us, so she offered to make a feast. The meat was going to go bad if we didn't use it anyway. The rest of us set to gathering things we could use as tables and chairs. Rocks, logs, leathers. I know. Proper civilized. Anders managed to find these little mushrooms that didn't make your stomach roll over if you boiled them. Hayes brought an old Spectrum bottle he'd been saving. But what really made it special was Clara. She'd been handling our books, and it turned out that every time we stopped through Fallbrook to trade, she'd been skimming off the top. I suppose I never asked as to what her original intentions were. Turns out, she had taken those savings and had medallions made. A set of them, one for each of us. Each had one of our initials, and together they spelled Charon. The word had been Hayes' idea, but it wasn't until Clara passed out those medallions that we stuck to it. That night, around a roaring fire, eating a feast fit for kings, drinking and laughing and sharing our lives. That's when my misfit group of ne'er-do-wells became a family. I'll never forget them, much as it pains me to remember. Yeah, I really am. What's up? Maybe later. What's up? Sure. All right.
So then I told him, oh, ha ha ha, that tickles. How odd. No, don't desist. I think I might like it. Further data collection is required for accurate assessment.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper. Thank you. This area is utterly filthy.
Welcome back. How?
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.